Hey guys, Weatherwave here, and I just bought a used budget camera that I'm going to be using as my secondary camera. I paid $150 for it. Right now it's $418, and it should be here around $430. Oh, I think it's here. The camera is here. Where's the charger? Oh, finally it got delivered. So the camera I got is the Canon SX 710HS, and the max video resolution is 1080p at 60 FPS. The photo resolution is 20.3 megapixels, and the photos don't look bad, but the photos out of my 18 megapixel DSLR that I'm shooting on right now look better when compared to the 710, even though the photo resolution is higher on the 710. And I know I'm comparing a DSLR to a point-and-shoot camera. Maybe Canon is lying about their specs? The 1080 video also looks like it's lower resolution compared to my DSLR, which also shoots at 1080p. I'm unsure of the megabits per second of the 710, as Canon doesn't state it themselves, and I also couldn't find it through any third-party sources, but I would guess it's probably around 20 to 30 megabits per second. The autofocus isn't too bad either when staying at a low focal length, but when you start zooming in on subjects, the 710 has a hard time focusing, so this can be pretty annoying, and it can actually mess up some of your shots. The zoom range on the 710 is really impressive though. The max optical range it can zoom is 30 times, and it goes all the way up to 120 times using digital zoom, so no complaints about the zoom. The battery life of this camera is okay. It lasts about an hour, and it takes about an hour to charge, so it isn't the worst thing ever, but it definitely could be better. I do only have one battery though, so it can be limiting. If I would pick up 1 to 2 more batteries, I would have more than enough battery life to shoot in most cases, so you should definitely have at least 2 to 3 batteries in total. One annoying thing about the 710 is the tripod mount. It's not the actual mount itself, but it's the actual placement of the mount. So whenever I put the 710 on my tripod, I can't access the battery door, which obviously has the battery in it, but it also has the SD card. It's not too big of a deal, but it can be annoying when trying to switch SD cards or change the batteries. The 710 also has a HDMI port, and wait a second guys, don't get your hopes up, and that's because the HDMI port is only used for transferring files, and that's kind of a big downside because this camera honestly does not cost that much, and it would be a great webcam. So the HDMI port is only used for transferring files, so remember that. Another thing I do like about this camera though is the scroll wheel, so whenever I'm changing camera settings like exposure, it makes it really easy to do so. Now for the microphone. The microphone from this camera is pretty good. Hey guys, Weatherwave here, and this is the microphone test of the Canon PowerShot SX 710HS. So, how does it sound? So, is this camera worth it? If you can find the 710 for around 100 to 150, I would recommend getting it. But if you can only find them for around 200 plus, you can find a budget DSLR or an even better point and shoot around that price. I'm currently using the 710 as my secondary camera for any kind of side shots or any other shots. So I won't be using this camera that much, but it will definitely work. And if you are just starting out, this camera would be good because this was actually my first camera that I got, and I got it around June last year. Also, if you're trying to vlog, this camera would be good too. It's portable, it's light, it's small, and it's also at a good price too. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this, make sure to like and subscribe.